Chapter 4. Adaptations in Animals.
Adaptation. Every organism has certain features or characteristics that help it to live and grow in its habitat. A habitat can be defined as an animal's local environment that provides it with food, shelter, and other needs. These special features or characteristics are known as adaptations. Types of adaptation. A physical or structural adaptation involves some part of an animal's body. Examples: size or shape of the teeth. Different animals eat different kinds of food and so they have different types of teeth. Specific body parts. Most birds and insects have wings to fly. The fat stored in a camel's hump helps it to survive long periods without food and water in the desert habitat. Body coverings. The body of a snake is covered with scales or plates that help it crawl. The thick fur of the polar bear keeps it warm and helps it survive the freezing temperatures in its habitat. It also has stored fat under its skin that it can use as food. Behavior adaptations include activities that help an animal survive. An animal may be born with behavior adaptations or might have learned it. Examples: moving in large groups is a behavioral adaptation. Penguins live in large communities. This helps keep them warm. Grazing close together in large groups protects herbivores such as deer and zebra from predators. An animal's behavior sometimes helps to protect the animal. For instance, the opossum plays dead. While structural adaptation happens over a long period of time, behavioral adaptation can happen far more quickly. The more intelligent an animal is, the faster it can learn to make behavioral changes in order to survive. How animals adapt to their habitat. A habitat can be as huge as a forest or as small as a leaf. Here are ways by which some animals adapt to their habitat. Terrestrial animals. Animals such as cow, sheep, horse, tiger, camel, giraffe, and zebra live on land and are known as terrestrial animals. They have lungs to breathe air and sense organs to make a better sense of the world around. They also have different adaptive features depending on where they live. The cheetah is the fastest mammal on earth. Its excellent eyesight and speed helps it to spot and chase its prey. The spotted coat of the cheetah blends well with the tall, dry grass of the plains and helps it to stay hidden from both prey and predators. The tallest animal in the world, the giraffe, finds it easy to spot predators from a distance. Its long neck helps it to reach the branches and leaves of tall trees. Gila monster is a lizard that lives in a desert habitat. It has a short and plump tail in which it can store fat for use in periods of food shortage. Most of the animals of the desert either come out during the early morning or in the evening. Some of them, like snakes and foxes, are nocturnal. Camels have the ability to close their eyes and nostrils to keep out blowing sand and dust in the desert. Polar bears live in snow-covered areas. Long, stiff hair between pads of a polar bear's feet protects it from cold and prevents it from slipping on the slippery ice. Its thick layer of fat or blubber protects it from the freezing cold. One of the most useful adaptations of a snake is its flexible jaw, which allows it to gobble up prey many times larger than it. Snakes are of different colors, which help them to blend in with the surroundings. Arboreal animals. Arboreal animals live and spend most of their time on trees. They find shelter, food, and protection among the branches. Arboreal animals display a wide variety of adaptations that help them to climb trees and live on them. A howler monkey can use its tail for grasping and holding the tree branches. The tail helps it to dangle upside down from solid branches and reach fruits and new leaves that grow at the ends of branches which might not be able to support an animal's weight. Opossums and chameleons are examples of other animals that use their tails to help move and balance themselves on trees. Squirrels have flexible ankle joints. This allows their feet to point backwards so that their claws can hook into the tree bark while they scamper down the tree. Chameleons have mitten-like feet to grasp branches. Tree sloths have huge claws that let them hang from trees without wasting any energy whatsoever. Aerial animals. Animals such as birds, insects and bats which can fly in the air are called aerial animals. Birds have wings to fly with. Feathers cover most of a bird's body. They also have hollow bones which make their body light and help them fly. Bats are not birds, they are mammals. They do not have true wings. Their wings are actually made of flaps of skin. Many insects such as butterflies, honeybees, houseflies and mosquitoes also have wings which help them fly in the air. Aquatic animals. Animals that live in water are called aquatic animals. Fish, crabs, turtles and many other animals live in water. Fish have fins for movement and gills for breathing. The streamlined body of the fish also helps in movement. The entire body is covered with waterproof scales. Large scales on a fish are effective for defense. Fish with large eyes can find their food by sight, but others use whisker-like structures called barbels, which contain taste buds to taste food. The tail functions like a rudder and helps in changing direction while swimming. Seahorses are tiny fish. One interesting adaptation in them is that they can move their eyes independently of each other. This is helpful when keeping an eye out for predators. The blue whale is a mammal that lives in water. It has fat storage or blubber for warmth and a streamlined shape for swimming. Blowholes located on a dolphin's head open and close, allowing it to breathe. Being mammals, dolphins and whales have to come to the water's surface to breathe. An octopus is a sea animal. The octopus can also change to grey, brown, pink, blue or green to blend in with its surroundings. Octopuses may also change color as a way to communicate with other octopuses. Amphibians. Amphibians spend at least part of their life in water and on land. They spend part of their life underwater, breathing with gills, and the remainder on land, breathing with lungs. Salamanders, newts, frogs, and toads are examples. Amphibians do not have scales. Their skin is permeable and capable of exchanging gas, which helps fully grown amphibians to respire underwater. Most of the water that an amphibian needs is soaked in through their permeable skin. Thus, they rarely drink water. How animals adapt for protection? Some adaptations help animals to protect themselves from predators and attackers. Let's read about some such adaptations for protection here. Types of adaptation. Examples. Camouflage is a method used by an animal to blend its color with its environment so that it cannot be seen or spotted easily, thus protecting it from danger. Grasshoppers blend with the green color of leaves. Types of adaptation. Examples. Camouflage is a method used by an animal to blend its color with its environment so that it cannot be seen or spotted easily, thus protecting it from danger. Grasshoppers blend with the green color of leaves and grass. Praying mantis are well camouflaged, adapting colors that help them blend with the plants they live near. Animals such as zebra, tiger, and polar bear use the color of their fur to blend with their surroundings. Body structure and body coverings. The sharp spines of a porcupine ward off enemies from attacking them. Turtles hide in their hard shells when attacked by enemies.
Cows use their horns to protect themselves from enemies.
Animals such as eels and frogs use their slippery skin to get rid of attackers. The pufferfish or blowfish is able to inflate into a ball shape to ward off attackers. It fills its elastic stomach with huge amounts of water and air and can blow itself up to several times its normal size. Warning, coloration and appearance. Usually ladybird beetles are brightly colored and spotted. Their markings warn predators of their terrible taste. When threatened, the bugs secrete a foul-tasting fluid from joints in their legs. Monarch butterflies are easy to identify by their striking orange, black and white markings. The attractive coloring of a stomach butterfly warns predators about it being poisonous. An animal that eats a monarch butterfly may not die but would feel sick enough to avoid such meals in future. With a range of bright colors such as yellows, oranges, reds, greens and blues, a poison dart frog warns potential predators that it's poisonous.